I am back. Let me see if I could just. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get my mic up, set up correctly. Yeah. So, hello, all you subatomic particles to atoms, atoms to molecules, molecules to macro, molecules, macro, molecule was to organelles, organelles to cells, cells to tissues, tissues to organs, organs to organ systems, organ systems to organisms that are watching this video. If there are actually anyone really watching, I know. Bio, why were you gone? Why were you gone? There's no reason for you to be gone. I need my daily dose of rambles, rants, and conversations. Well, I say to you, you organisms, you multicellular organisms, is that I I basically have been trying to find a job. I've been talking about that for a while, but it is not. I'm trying to be a bit more advertiser friendly. Well, it's not like I could really get any advertisers. I mean, who would ever want to advertise on my content? Who would? Let's be honest. Uh, anyway, let me just look past that and get to the more what I've been trying to get. Again, I've been trying to find a job, and it's not easy. It really was not easy, and I just didn't really feel like I wanted to, especially where I live. I live in California, so Pacific time, at Pacific Coast time. So right now in my time it's 6:11 p.m. And well, I decided that uh, I just did not want to like stream when it's maybe like 9 or 10 or even like when it's 8 or 7 because I felt as though like that's just too late for me. And I was also planning on working out today, but well, I did some push-ups one day and I am still recovering. My delts and my pectorals, especially the connecting line between my pectoral and my delt is still recovering. Yeah, I am guys. It was then when I think oh god. Yeah, even my what do they call this? The uppermost pectoral, maybe the pectoral major. Okay, so it's like it's also medial, inferior. But point is, my pectoral. My pectoral is still recovering. And you might be thinking, Bio, what type of push-ups were you doing that caused it? That like would cause you to get this sort of situation? Well, you multicellular organisms, I'm gonna show you. Hang on, let me try to find it. Try to find that video. Uh, for those who don't know, it's a Javelier production because what? Hang on. Athlete X chest exercise. It's
That's it. Just
stop. I don't know if we. This one. Yeah, find it. My mic's in the way. There we go. My mic's in the way, and I'm trying to find a perfect position for it to be put in. I think this might be good enough. This one.
a little bit of space. Now I know I'm putting this video. My timer set up over here. 10 seconds on. It's going to beep.
Stop,
We get our 20
alien.
seconds and we get going right again. Each one of these exercises we do for 4 rounds,
So
which is 2 minutes total. 5 exercises,
I was
2 minutes apiece is 10 minutes. Come down, up,
there you go, the fire.
down, up, hands up.
You gotta do these, by the way, for every single 10 seconds and you get
Just
a
a
20-second
little.
rest. Okay.
So
You gotta do it 4
not
times
as
too.
explosive. We're not going to be leaving. Bring a leg up with you.
Like this.
2,
Going.
3, 4,
Okay, go to the next one. And you get the point. You can look up this video yourself if you want. Um, Also, I am planning on playing Fallout 4 again. I know. Bio, why the fuck would you play that when you know damn well it's bad? Uh, I know. Well, I guess it depends on your definition of bad. But the reason why I'm playing it again, or rather planning on getting it again, is well, I'm downloading it. Downloading it. It's just that I also plan on getting some mods with it. Obviously, I feel as though like you really cannot play the game without the mod. Anyway, so yeah, that is why I haven't gotten and also recovering my muscles, my pectorals, dear Christ. Even when they say, well, it's only like 10 minutes, 10 or so minutes, but how bad could it be? Did you not see that? Chest exercise. Did you not? Because I did. I tried it too. I did not just see it, I tried it. I tried to get through all of it. And I swear to God, it was perhaps just as I remember when I first did it. Pain. Absolute pain. So yeah, that is why. Um I also while I was gone, I was also like, thinking about myself, thinking about stuff. Um some things like you can't have ethical consumption under capitalism, stuff like more of aggressive ways of thinking, conservative ways of thinking, blah blah blah. Politics, boring, who gives a fuck, that sort of thing. But that's not what I was also getting at. I was actually when I was going through the Demon Slayer soundtrack, like by K Samuel K Samuel K and here somewhere. Samuel K Samuel Kim Music. Yeah. So I was more or less right. I was more or less right. I was going through that soundtrack of his compositional interpretation of Demon Slayer, and I decided, I want to look back on the Demon Slayer and see how it goes. Mugon Train arc, and I was going through it. There was a moment in which like there were times like when the characters like look back on their lives. You ever had like their lives were flashing before their eyes? I thought to myself, how true is that? How true is it? And it turned out that it is somewhat true. Um, some U.S. researchers did a brain scan on a patient before or and after their death, and they found that roughly within 30 seconds, the brain activity was about like that you would expect from someone that was dreaming, meditating, perhaps even like recalling a memory. And they, of course, were like saying that, well, this kind of proves that yes, your life does indeed flash before your eyes. I, of course, let's say that, well, you could say that, but that's just one study. That was a case study you did. And we can't really say for absolute certainty that this is really what happened. Like you can go say, well, bio, isn't this like one simple thing provable enough? It's a case study too, the most solid type of evidence. Yes, that's true. But when you're making a claim about like whether right before you die, your life flashes before your eyes, it's kind of hard to tell for absolute certainty, because how do we know for absolute certainty? Again, how do we know? Because we can make this claim, and it's a very strong claim. with some compelling evidence. Again, they did the brain scan, and you can see a comparison that the light, the neural activity of the brain of a person basically like near death and dying, saying that their life does flash before their eyes. But again, that doesn't fully prove it because it's only just one study. It's only one. Again, but yeah, right. Alien people would try to do an empirical research on this, but the problem is, if you try to, how do you do it, right? This is also another thing about you have to look at how do you perform the methodology, right? Because this was a very specific case, right? It's a case study, very specific, where a person was suffering from epilepsy, like they had epilepsy, heart attack, and it's just one really knows. No one really knows like how to do such an empirical study like this. Not one of those where it's like, oh yeah, we can just like find like some dying patients in the ICU or something and do some brain scan. That's just not really going to give us anything. And it has to be again, you have to also consider the different types, the states of death. How did they die, rather? Because how they die, you may or may not have a um, you may or may not have a patient where they go through that go through that near death experience, or even like sorry, going through the life flashes before my eyes. Yes, let's try to recreate the very specific condition of somebody getting epilepsy and then a heart attack and then measuring those brain scans again. Like that. But I get your point because that's also a thing that you would typically do in a research. That you try to replicate it almost the same. You try to get the same exact, almost the same exact condition, maybe even some modifications to consider different types of variables. But again, it's not that type. It's not that easy, and this is why just using one study is sufficient because it's a case study. But it also can't say everything because we're not sure if this is true. And even if those neural activities, like those brain scans show that yes, they light up the same way as if we're daydreaming or meditating. How do we know for absolute certainty that their life is actually flashing before their eyes? How do we know that? How can we tell for absolute certainty that they are doing? This is why I say a near death experience. Because if the patient is dead, if the person does die, what then? If they're dead. You can ask them. I mean, you could ask the corpse, like, hey, hey, right there. I know you're dead. I know your brain dead. There's no activity left. Do you mind explaining to us exactly what happened? Because as you can see, your brain is like still lighting up as if you're dreaming. Can you tell us? What do you mean you're not alive? Wait, you're not even talking. What am I even doing with my life? That's really what I would be doing. Like, has your life fallen so low that you actually decide to literally ask a corpse that how you doing? Yeah, like I'm gonna ask a corpse how you doing, mate? How you doing? Why? Just for the sake of myself. I mean, then again, I understand. You're so lonely. I am too. That's also another reason why I've been gone. I try to find ways. I really have no one except for my family, but at that point, I don't even talk to them as much. Very much astray. Actually, I want to talk also another thing about family because it just brought up this concept of the big issue with families, at least nowadays. And you probably know what I'm talking about. You know, like how some parents would typically, I'm trying to put my child away. So it's like, okay, child, here's your phone. Okay, here's a phone. You're gonna take this and you're gonna shut up. And they just like just literally give the kid the phone. Just give the kid the phone to shut them up. And that of course is a problem if you ask me. The issue with giving kids technology just to shut them up, it is not a way of how to raise children. And you might be thinking, bio, you're a biologist. What do you know about psychology? Excuse me. What do you know about psychology? What do you know about child development? You don't know anything. Hell, you don't even have children. You don't have children. You're right. I don't have children. But that doesn't mean I cannot be able to understand something. And I do have an understanding of it because I also college and I have taken some courses in child development. And one thing we were learning was about well, it was not actually in child development, but even like throughout my time in like college, we were like learning about like different things about like how to raise a child, or at least like the ideas of like child development, the biopsychosocial of children and their development through life, like in the child development class, child psychology and development. I also have taken general psychology introduction, of course. I have taken even just health class, like one simple health class that was mandatory, general education that was required. And one thing is that we were somewhat joking about how like children nowadays are almost like always on their phone, and there's just like a lack of communication. There's like just a lack of talk, and it's like, why are you not talking to your very family members? It would sound like perhaps like a very boomer thing to say, but it genuinely is a problem because it takes away that sense of community. It takes a sense of family away. It takes away a sense of who are these people. You know, it makes a relationship between people feel more like strangers. Yes. You know, there's the types of people I'm talking about. Like, you probably have even have friends. If you have friends, I don't, but I know that many times there are friends who would just be on their phone. They would not really engage with anything. Or you have it cannot just be friends. It could also be even family members where no one really wants to talk. And again, I know that because not only have I been there and I have been doing that, but I can also see that it also comes at a great cost of a pair bond relationship. Yes, alien, you are. We're great friends, and I mean that literally. I'm not like one of those of, oh yeah, just virtually at least, yeah, virtually. But even then, what I'm trying to get at is that friendships nowadays, because even you know, oh, and then we all know that at the end of the day, many of us don't really bond as much nowadays. We almost way what I'm trying to get at is also a sense of individualism. And I have argued, or at least I would say, that individualism comes at a great cost, at a sense of community. You know, what is the point of us community if at the end of the day we are just separate? If we just don't treat each other as if like we're equal. I don't know, I can't that one. Well, actually, yeah, there's a way in which we just see ourselves as strangers. What I'm trying to get at, we just see ourselves as strangers. We don't know each other. We don't even care as much. We don't try to talk, we don't try to bond, we don't try to, like, converse, we don't try any of that. And when I say, like, it comes at a great cost at a sense of, like, building a relationship, I genuinely do mean it. It takes away a sense of what it means to be part of this group. What's the point of being part of that group? Hell, even at times, it feels like you even wonder, perhaps even yourself, why am I even here? If at the end of the day, I don't really care about what's happening. Like, oh, look, there's a whole bunch of people talking to one another. I'm not really talking to anyone. It has nothing to do with me. I don't care. It's the same way, even if I was at a party or at a convention, I really wouldn't know what to do. So a sense of like communication, a sense of talking, a sense of just communicating with other people is like, what's even the point? I don't care. I don't know these people. Hell, I would even say to hell with these people because I don't care. Why should I care? Why should anyone care? And that sense of loneliness, that sense of a sense as if like it just does not matter. I would say is like what makes people not just like more lonely. It's also what makes them more depressed, more anxious. Because when they actually have to talk, they also don't know what to do. Right? Maybe they might be like either too clingy or they might just be an asshole because they don't know exactly how to communicate properly. Now, I know you could say that, well, that's almost always happened. And like people nowadays really just don't know how to communicate. Yes, I know that, but what I'm trying to get at is that I feel as though my own perspective, my own feeling, my own anecdotal viewpoints on all of this is that I feel as if more people genuinely don't know what to do. I've been on Omegle a couple of times. I don't even know how to break the ice. The other person doesn't know how to break the ice. It almost always feels like I have to break the ice. Genuinely. Like I have to break the ice. I have to say something to get them to just talk. Alien, that was even like almost the same exact situation between us when we first talked. I was in a way kind of suspicious of you. I didn't know what to do, what to say. And it almost felt like I actually literally had to break the virtual ice between us. It happened like numerous. Yeah, I know you don't speak that much English, but even then, and there's still a sense as if you're able to at least understand this. You're still able to at least talk, even like type this. So you at least have like some general understanding. You know, I I understand like not everyone speaks English. I understand, but it's one of those that even then, it's not just like, because there's a lack of common ground communication, because, we speak different languages. Just, it's one of those where I, because I've been talking to other people on Omegle who also speak English, that also know English, basically. They know English, but they don't know exactly how to break the ice. I've been even noticing that with teenagers. They don't know how to They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. So I have to at least think of something. Oh, and I thought about it, was like, so like, why are you on Omegle? And typically common response, because I'm bored. And I don't know what else to say with that. That I genuinely don't. I really don't have an idea of what else do I say after that. And for me, I'm only here on Omegle, or at least not right now, but I will be, is that I just want to go have a conversation with other people. And I also see, for all the shit that is Omegle, I still at least see it as a way of trying to get viewers, a way of getting followers. And it has somewhat worked. Like the law of large numbers, which basically is the larger the sample size of something, the more you closer you are to that theoretical value. So, okay, let me try to put it like this. let's say you flip a coin, right? You know a coin has two sides. Whether it lands on heads or tails, it's a 50-50 shot of you having like heads or tails. But let's say you flip it, let's say four times. So your sample size is that you flipped it four times and it lands on all four times is heads. Okay. So that would mean, right? Well, then that basically disproves that it's a 50-50 shot. But the truth is, no, do it. Let's do it 100 times. You do it 100 times. And it's roughly around 51-49. Right. And then let's say you do it 1,000 times. So let's say now it's 49-51. Let's say you do it 1,000,000 times. You flip the coin 1,000,000 times. Yeah, got very close to that 50-50 shot. That's basically the law of large numbers. It is the probability, or basically the bigger your sample size is, the closer you are to your theoretical value. That's it. That's all the law of large numbers is. Even if it feels like it should not be possible, if you do it enough times, you will get it. And that's why I go on Omegle, because there's at least a chance. Even if, even if I have to go through 50, 100, 20, 200, 700 times, there's at least a chance someone might come to this stream. Someone might follow and also come back, like you, alien. And that's basically the way I see it. And in a way, it has somewhat worked. I I barely gain like any like real viewers, or even followers. But now, especially with you, alien, it's once it just used to be like one viewer only came here, but now occasionally two. And it goes to show that, well, it's going to take a very long time. And I've said this even very early in the streaming career that it is going to take a very long time. A very, very, very long time to build up a massive following. But that is why I'm trying. I'm trying to do this. Not just because I can't find any other followers, but also because I at least see it as though it's a possibility and it could work. And I see it as though it may work. I have gained somewhat of a following. Very small, yes, very, very small. Yeah, it is a very low probability to find me. But being on Omegle, and constantly streaming, eventually I will reach it. And that's, what do they call it? The grind. You gotta grind up bio. You gotta grind yourself to just make it as a streamer, which is true. It is cutthroat. There's just so many other streamers I have to go compete with, especially big streamers like XQC, Voice Critical, uh, Hassan, Piker, and also like even that on YouTube, right? If I was to go on YouTube, it would also be the same way. Really doesn't matter. But that's why I had to keep doing this. I gotta keep going. Mm. I mean, yeah, it's true. Quality is greater than quantity, but well, actually, more or less, yeah. I think it's just one of those. It depends on what do people want, and I guess for people like me, it's just, or maybe like for all of you, other people, it's just that I want to go have someone to converse to. Maybe for others, it's I just want to go listen to some Asian, very short Asian that just rambles and can't be able to keep his thoughts together. And that's true. I am a random individual with no I at least say I maybe have a bit of charisma, a tiny bit. I at least have something. And I'm gonna try to see if this small thing can maybe get me somewhere. I can only hope for that. But as of right now, hasn't been getting anywhere. And I know what you might be thinking. Bio, you haven't even started the conversations on Omegle. Let me straight tell you this. I'm gonna get there. Give me time. Yeah, fuck. I'm, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I don't mean that offensively or anything. Yeah, I just see this as a way of like trying to get like any form of like attention. That's just how it is on this place, on this site, on these places. Hang on. Oh my god, I had to keep track of all my tabs. Oh my god. I'm trying to find where all my tabs are. Well, anyway. Anyway. Okay. And I need to go check on other things. Give me some. Just need to check on myself. How things are going. D- bu- bu- I'm eventually gonna hope that maybe eventually I will find it. Find subscribers. I mean, technically, I even got 2 subscribers on YouTube. So, hey, progress. But hey, you know what? That's not so bad because for a small content creator, it's you gotta work with whatever you got, right? And it always starts like that. It starts small, and you have to get going. And of course, you could also say, well, Bio, why not get like some version of like a big production? I mean, you're not really doing anything. Why don't you just become a video essayist or something? And it's like, I'm too lazy. Okay, I will admit that I'm too lazy to be a video essayist, and I don't want to. And I also mentioned this. I hate scripts. I hate scripted. Well, I hate when I do scripted content. I know scripted content will not be my thing. I prefer improvise. I prefer to be fucking fabulous. I prefer to basically just us do a live stream sort of thing. I prefer live streaming or even podcast uh, over me becoming a video essayist or doing anything like editing because I hate editing. I hate doing these sorts of edits. If someone, and here's also another thing, for anyone who actually wants to edit my content, I honestly don't care. Just please, for the love of God, uh, please refer to me back. Like basically say, hey, I found this person. Here's their Twitch channel or their YouTube. Go and subscribe to them. Please. That's all I at least ask. It's okay. I don't care if you edit my content. I honestly don't care what the fuck. Dude, just please credit me. Hell, even if you react to me, that would be great. I honestly don't care. Just please again, fight me back. Anyway, where was I getting at? It was very simple. I am now going to get all right. So, you ready? Very few followers, an alien. Y'all ready for the cringe fest that is being on social media? I say that because it's not just Omegle that is just filled with cringe. It's all these places. It's just the internet. And I was just talking about like how people are on their phones and just lack the ability to just communicate. Anyway, let's go. All right. Go. Oh, that's too low. I mean, all right. Oh,
What?
uh, uh, sorry, I can't risk any sort of music in the background because if they do, I could be copyright strike or DMCA for that. Because of course I would. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay.
Yo, hello, what's up? Yo, I know you.
Hello.
You go to my school.
Now you got me confused with someone else.
No, you go to you go to my school.
No, you go to like
No, I don't know what
what's
you're
his
even talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Like
you go to my school. You go to my school.
like the chicken nuggets,
Uh,
the chicken nuggets red.
look, I don't want to go deal with kids on this site. I just don't. It's already hard enough to have to deal with it. Hello? Alright. That was weird. Like the chicken nuggets, yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were referring to by chicken nuggets. I mean, I like chicken nuggets, sure. I do. But I just don't
Bye.
really
Bye.
I,
Bye.
hello?
Your cat's up.
I don't know what that was about either. Chat, that was weird. Hello? Yeah, it's also like that, chat. Just have to deal with that. All this sort of weirdness. But again, it's social media. What do you expect? God damn it.
Why doesn't
Hello? There's like dead silence. There's like skip. Yep. Dead silence and then skip.
Hi.
Whoops. I accidentally hit the escape. Da-da-da-da-da. Now this actually reminds me of the what's the video called? I think they froze. I think it froze. Try that again. Um, odd, I say. Very odd. Weird. I mean, it could be weirder. Had worse. Da-da-da-da-da. Hello? I don't like chat. You can see it, but it was basically just an empty room with a closet open. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
it ain't no bitches on this app. This big glasses ass Asian on this shit. Like bitch take my
Really,
glasses.
man? That's the best you got? Come on. I mean, I know you're barely out of your diapers, but you don't need to do this. Come
Why
on.
this nigga sound like you sound like come on now. What's that TV show called? Not it ain't Rick and Morty. Your ass
Jesus
sound
Christ,
like
man.
three.
Come on,
Your ass
man.
sound like
What
three.
are you trying to do? What's this about?
Your
Why
ass
do you
sound
need to do this? Uh,
hey, you sound like why you sound like
English.
Quagmire? Nigga,
I
stop
don't know,
talking
man.
to
I don't
me.
know what you even do either. I don't know what's going on. What do I know? Nothing. I'm high right now.
Oh, that's why you ain't talking like that.
Yeah, man. I'm on something as per usual.
Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, look. Take this.
Okay, honestly, it's not though. I'm not gonna deal with this because it's kind of what you would expect at this point. Uh, I will also say I don't know why there's also like a lot of kids on Omegle. I genuinely don't. Why are there so many kids? Like, are they actually that bored? Are they really that bored that they would go to this? Jesus. I mean, I'm not hating, anything. It's just so weird. I think the worst part is not actually like the interaction with the child. I think the worst part is just how many pairs are on the site. That's my real issue. But honestly, another thing why I just don't want to interact with children is because I rarely, if ever, get a chance to interact with them in good faith.
So,
Hardly happens. What's up?
What's your name?
My name's Bio.
What?
Oh, you're actually asking for my real name, or you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Your
Sorry.
real name.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm not actually doing. But name is Daniel.
Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel. Happens from Daniel and Daniel from the Lions, the Bible sort of thing.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Nelly.
Is it like based off anything, or is it just parents just chose that?
My parents just chose it because it was my grandma's name.
Explains it. I've always been. Oh man, it's always interesting about like how names are picked. You know, like sometimes
Yeah.
there's.
There's a few that were like from Nelly.
I mean, at least it's better than naming your child like something like what was that one? North, for
Fertility.
example. Like, you know, like how celebrities would name their children like the most weirdest names, like
Uh, like Kim K, like her children, like they have such weird names.
yeah. And I was just talking about I think it was like Kanye's kids when he was also like named like one of his children North because his last
Yeah,
name is West, so the name would be
Northwest.
Northwest. And I'm like,
It kind of
well, what?
confused me why. Poor
Do you
child
like?
are suffering with that name.
Oh God, there's even some names I heard. It goes like called like Abstedy, but it's spelled ABCDE. I'm not kidding. This is like the letters of the alphabet straight across A B C D E. And
Those kids are gonna get bored.
oh God, no! You're gonna get that child. That child. Just man, bad for those kids.
Yeah. To be honest, those children might have an ugly
And
actual that's Cortelius.
Cortatelli?
Cortelius.
I I also in elementary so was named Lala. Yeah,
Where are you from?
I still live. It's not that bad. Live with your parents in the suburbs, or that on depends on where.
I'm scared of going there. There's a reason. Homeless people heard that go crazy over people in other states. I've seen a lot of team up like and all of that. Thing is gangsters there, so I'm scared.
But again, it's still even like in the rich place, like
Yeah, they're like high. Yeah, you still probably you uh
yeah,
no matter where you live.
generation that these people are big homeless out of a quarter.
Yeah, because probably people on there. A hotel one night was
That's
it was one bed and it included one, two meals. Right, it was bad. She or she.
like it's always also
I don't
opened up a fucking mouth.
Yes, I don't know. What do you think? I'm part of it.
Yeah, that goes. I'll say
Yeah, I'm not the class. But I have option to picking like.
that's real. I do
Yeah,
remember it, but
I kind of like algebra, but like, but I've always been.
yeah, I think it's just more. I and his wife talk about if he was captain, he would yell at you if you fell asleep.
To have he you have to write with pen of if you stand or clean the floor to that same he does that.
Ah, okay.
if you get anything that class,
What was what?
he teaches algebra.
Oh, yeah, you're still talking about like that soldier.
Yeah, yeah. He's like he will yell at you if you don't do his homework. Like he will leave like a few, and that's like rare because like if he doesn't really leave homework, like he expects you to do it because like he doesn't really leave any.
Does he like? So it's not like a sign like, okay, like here are the problems I want you to go finish from the textbook. Like not a handout. It's like,
It's like a practice because like we normally have a lot of quizzes. So he's like, grab your practice book and I want you to take out page something something something. So
oh yeah. Again, I remember that when I was in middle school. Yeah, I also had to deal with that one. When I mean, honestly, I felt as though like, well, I mean, it was only pre-algebra. It was not like a gate or anything.
I
But
mean,
even then, it's
I have the choice to go to an advanced class, but I need to choose very early because if I lose my spot, I will have to go to a regular class. I mean, it kind of will help my class if I pick a regular one because I can be like helping others out. So,
well. Also, speaking of that one, do you know exactly like what you? I know like you're like still in like more or less entering middle school, but do you know exactly like what do you want to do? Have you like thought about it or anything?
uh, I mean, my mom doesn't really want me to do this. She's like, "Oh, like you're not gonna be a photographer for the rest of your life. You're gonna end up, uh, in it's not gonna feed you every day, every night. It's only gonna feed you when you have photo shoots, when you have people to ask you because they want to be a photographer
Yeah,
or
you're
a
gonna have to rely
videographer."
on what's known as commissions. I was gonna
Yeah.
have to like
She's
commission you.
like, yeah, you're not gonna earn a lot of money. Like, it's not gonna feed you for a month. Only if you have like photo shoots. Only if people ask you to get photo shoots. Like, it's not. Someday you will be out of fashion. Someday nobody will want to work with you. Work with other people that are new.
Oh, I think it crashed. Yeah, I think it crashed. That's sad. But I do want to get to that one. Because she was talking about photo shoots, the idea of becoming a photographer, and I don't blame the mom for saying that, you know, because the thing about going into photography or any sense of the humanities is it's just not economical, you know. There's not that many opportunities that you could, excuse me, use it for. There are not that many places basically. And you will have to rely on commissions. You will have to rely on we- whatever whatever it is. It's again, it's not a really good. There's not that. Basically, what I'm trying to get is that there's not a lot of economic opportunities for that. And I've said this about even with the humanities, not a lot. What about spam? I actually did do that once. And Omegle called me a bot for that. So it was a nightmare to deal with because I always had to like go click on it saying I'm not a bot. I'm not a bot. And I just got so sick and tired. I was just like, I'm done with Omegle. I want to go somewhere else. And so yeah, I'm not. But here's one thing I can do. I can type a username, but I will only do that if I feel as though like they're actually willing to. And even then, I don't want to just like tell everyone like, hey, I have like a Twitch and everything. I only like want to do it when I feel as though like, maybe Maybe they are like more willing. And plus, that person was, still in like middle school, going to seventh grade, and I genuinely can have a conversation with children. As you can tell, I can talk to them, and I even think it's also good to kind of like tell them about from like my own experience, both when I was in seventh grade that I can still remember, and also what to expect in I get what you're trying to say, alien, but I need to focus. Trying to get at is that it's one of those where yeah, I just want to, in a way, have a conversation, and again, I'll tell them this, alien. Don't worry. It's just I don't want to spam them. I don't want to do that sort of thing because I feel as though at that point it just feels annoying. It, and it also just And I also just, again, the person was in the seventh grade. I don't even think she even had a Twitch. So it just wouldn't really matter. Okay. But anyway, what I'm trying to get at is that I can have a conversation with kids. And I even would say that it's good for me as a person to like tell them about, from my own experiences and what I have gathered, maybe give them like some advice and also give them a chance to go talk to an adult, get a chance to go talk to another person about situations about life or something that they would like want to know. I had a conversation with other people that were juniors in high school, in which one of them wanted to become a nurse, and I told them about like if you want to become a nurse, you also have to consider this, and also don't be afraid to change. But if you are going to change your major along the way, try to find it within a field that you have already completed the units for. So, like for example, let's say you're going into biology, and as you were taking biology, some of the classes that you needed to complete did not give you a time as a full timer. So, let's say you took some extra classes along the way, like as a let's say physics. You took like some extra courses in physics, and so maybe you could go and along the way you did not enjoy biology courses as much, but you did enjoy physics, but you still somewhat enjoy biology. So you decide, okay, what if I want to go into uh, biology, go into biophysics? That's a thing, and you can. They'll well if they offer that major, you could, or maybe what you could do is that you can take a minor instead in biology and a major in physics and do that. Or you can do a double major, but then again, you don't really enjoy the ideas of biology anymore, so you want to go something else. But again, you gotta find this out as early as possible before you go too deep. If you cannot financially do it, if you can, then go. I don't really care. You don't have to finish your classes like within like 4, 6, or even 8 years. It's preferable that you finish it as soon as possible. But if you can, take your time. Don't worry. Y- But if you can't financially support yourself, or if you can only take so much, then yeah, you would have to hurry. Anyway, I need to go get a drink. My throat is a bit parched. All right. Never. I don't really watch that many anime. Truth be told, I watched some, but not a lot. Uh, but yeah, some animes they might go deep into it, but not too deep, because um, it's just like complicated to try to explain this too much. So I try to like give us simplistic as possible. Anyway, what was I trying to get at? Oh dear God, I forgot about. Done. Oh, good. Still save my spot. Have you ever watched Doctor Stone? No, I have not. I have not watched Doctor Stone. Never even heard of it. But then again, I don't have what was it called? I don't have a Crunchyrolls account. I don't have Crunchyrolls, so I don't have a lot of. Hang on, I'm just trying to. Uh, Anime Mix Play? Never heard of it. Let's take a look at that. Anime Mix Play. Oh, Anime Mix Play. Hang on, let me. Uh, um, uh, I mean, I don't know which one you're talking about, though. You're saying, well, I mean, there's two. Dot SC and dot TO. Which one is it? Oh, there's one about soccer. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch any of that. Because again, dude, Alien, I don't know like which one you're referring to, and I don't want to go get a virus on my computer because I don't trust. Yes. I'm trusting you, Alien. But if this thing so much it gives me a virus, I am not kidding. I am kicking you out of this. Okay, it doesn't. Uh, wait, what? Yeah. According to copyright attorneys, it's fine to watch it on a free website. Does not violate copyright laws. But if you download it, that's a different story. Of course it does. Uh, I guess that's true. I guess that does make sense. Fair enough. All right. One Piece, Chainsaw Man, Blue Lock, Naruto. That's not what I'm here for. I want to go see like Demon Slayer. See if they have any. Probably not. Do they? How they do? Maybe I'll watch it later. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna need to mute the stream for a second because if I accidentally click on this, click on any of the episodes, it will most likely, play, and I don't want to deal with the DMCA. So I'm gonna mute the stream. I'm not gonna mute myself. I'm just gonna mute the stream. You can't hear what. No, go away. God damn it. Okay, here's guys. Don't shit at me. There's a goddamn Akari security, whatever the fuck it is, constantly just pops up. What? Well, I do have to deal with a large amount of buffering. There's so much to click on any of this is. Yeah, no. If I so much as click on anything, it just takes me somewhere else for whatever reason. I don't know why. So, don't want to deal with that. No. I mean, thanks for the advice, Alien, but I'm not gonna go deal with that. No, thank you. I know how to go scan my PC. Well, it probably is nothing. It's just a goddamn curry, whatever the fuck it was. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, the McCarthy, fucking hell, some sort of firewall security, whatever the fuck it is. And the reason I just get so frustrated with it, why I've been swearing a lot more with it, is because it's god awful. It gave my old computer a virus once. It was so bad. For it's malicious. You're entering a malicious website. Bitch, the only real malicious software is yours. Was for a security protection. Your damn security gave my computer a virus. Fuck off. Double fuck off. 8. God damn security. It's safe, we're safe, we're so it's not going to cause any problems on your computer. Bitch, fuck off. There's only one real software now that I use, and that's malware bytes. I could do that for free, by the way. I could get that malware bytes for free, and at least it won't give my computer a virus. Malware bytes is pretty damn good. Yeah, I did. Nothing happened. That's good. Anyway, what was I trying to get at? Oh yeah, I was trying to play. Okay. Let's see here. Um, I was wondering what I'm currently doing. I am currently trying. All right, so yeah, so I just need to deal with the Fallout 4 mods. I just do a second. No, oh yeah, I'll be back. You know what? Why not? If all of you want to go see me just basically do something, it is gonna make you all see me basically do this. It's basically just me again trying to find a way of the mods. Okay, hang on. So let me see. Okay, so we got the Fallout 4. Uh, hang on. I can't modify this. Table profile. Okay, go to settings. Isn't this fun, when you just have to go click on this? Alright, hang on. When done, click on the profile. This is really fun, chat. This really is fun. Just, yeah. Gotta go with this stuff. Huh. Okay, you not say that. Okay then. Let's go with this. Now y'all can go see everything of what I am doing. I know it's very, very boring, but I want to deal with this, okay? Be patient with me. Uh, uh, what was this? Oh, well. All right, now hang on. I did not get that one. Well, there we go. I'll try that again. Uh, Goddamn. Maybe one day I'll also go play Cyberpunk and see how that game is. I remember when I first got that game, when it came out on launch. Holy sweet motherfucking of Christ. Surprisingly, it still ran on my computer, but even then, it was my old computer. But even then, it was just why? It's- yeah. How lovely. Yeah, let me actually get the script extender. Fallout. Uh, Fallout or script. Well, shit. Which one was it? Was this one? No. Well, shit. I don't know which one it is. I don't think I fully. Alright, Cyberpunk? Oh yeah. Sorry, I wasn't saying it. Wasn't saying it. Uh, yeah. Cyberpunk. I don't know if the because they have been putting out like a lot more patches, especially after Edge Runners. And now they're working on a well, they have been saying that they've been working on DLC, but they're now like starting to like say that, oh yeah, yeah, here it is. It's Cyberpunk what was it called? Liberty or something? In which like you get to work for like the new United States, or they call it the NUSA or something. What was a new Basically, it's the new United States government going against. Well, yeah, they formed, and a bunch of other states seceded, saying that they don't want to be part of this. A civil war happened, corporal war, whatever. But that actually is a lore, more or less. But I don't care for the lore. What I care about is that does the game work? And I don't know if the game works. Ask me. Probably. Maybe the game does. All I know. But, uh, and I think now. Think now, as I wait for the other mods to download, because I'm downloaded. And let me just, I don't think it ran. Wait, hang on, let me try this again. Well, actually, as all this is going on, oh, get back to the chat. I don't want to go deal with kids. Hello? That's all. Oh my god, my mouse is doing that double click.
What the fuck?
That was weird, I would say. Very, very odd. Hello?
Hey, hey, hello.
Hello? Hello, good sir.
Namaste.
What?
All right, never mind, never mind. What's up, man?
Doing all right. Not much. Sorry, I don't. That sounds familiar from what I hear, but I can't remember where it came from.
What are you
Anyone know?
talking about?
You just said namaste
Yeah,
before.
it's just indie for hello, Indian.
Oh, that's what it came from. Again,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I never. I again. I heard that phrase. I just don't know what it actually fully means. That's why I was just so confused and where it came from. But anyway, how goes your day on this lovely site?
Pretty boring actually. Like a lot of people
Really?
skipping, a lot of bullshit going on. How about you?
The usual Omegle experience, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just live streaming. Don't worry, I'm not showing your face. By the way, I'm not showing any of it. I mean,
All right.
and even then, I would never want to, because there are people who just like would just straight up whip their dick out, and if I just showed that on Twitch,
Yeah. What do
you could
you
just
do?
like get
Are you on Twitch or YouTube or?
both. But I just like live stream of the conversations or whatever I rant and ramble about, that sort of thing.
All right, cool, cool, cool. So you're not
Just
a super talented musician or something?
no. Well, I mean, even if I was, it's not like you would really make it. It's because the musical industry is just so cutthroat. I mean, most of even like just live stream is cutthroat. It's so hard to make it even
Yeah,
as like an
there's so
influencer or
many
anything.
people.
And honestly, I only turned to this because I've been like applying for jobs and I've not been accepted to any. So it's just what else can you do other than just
Yeah.
you have
All
like
right,
more or less
cool.
the equipment, you might as well just go into streaming.
Where are you from?
Cali, California.
Cali,
Yeah, Cali,
California. Yeah. All
Cali,
right, cool. Yeah, I'm from Belgium.
Belgium. That's actually interesting. I actually had I even talked to one person before and he was from Germany. It's actually
Yeah, right.
interesting, for finding more like international types of people because
Mhm.
most of the people I usually talk to are either Indian or
Yeah,
from the United States, and that's really just it. Yeah, a few from
yeah,
maybe like
man.
Australia, some from I got one
Oh,
person from Wales. You got anyone?
really? What the hell? No, no idea. What kind of job are you applying for?
Just any job, not nothing in particular. I haven't got my degrees anyway, so
Okay, yeah,
that's
all
why.
right. Mhm.
But if I was, I would maybe go for like maybe work at like gene tech or for the government. Uh, really, is any place related to my field of molecular biology.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
What about
Did
you?
you
Like, what were you gonna say?
did you go to college for molecular biology or something?
Uh, yeah, I'm currently going through that. I'm more or less got my associates. I'm just like just have to move on to my bachelor's and then see if I can go further with a graduate. Go to like
Yeah.
graduate school, get like a master's degree in microbiology. I go to like one other school. I'm
All right.
more or
Cool.
less interested in like the fields of like enzymology, enzymes and things that, like how like some
Mhm.
people are lactose intolerant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
So it's
course.
like
Yeah.
looking at these enzymes that break things down and see
Mhm.
like what can we do to maybe improve that. So maybe I can help pass that research down to pharmacologists and develop some sort of drug.
Yeah, there's this really cool YouTube channel. I can't come up with the name now, but all he does is like chemistry stuff.
I
Like
think I know. Is it the guy who turned like grape, like made like made grape juice from
draws
like a
draws it the hot sauce.
yeah. Yeah, the one
Yeah,
of making, using, like, a plastic glove to make hot sauce.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know the one you're talking about, yeah, I
It's now red. Or I found it. Yeah, like stuff like that's really interesting. Like what the hell?
but yeah, it's not out of it's one of those where you have to basically like, isolate a very specific thing from that very specific item, and then
Yeah,
use that to make the very thing that you actually want.
and
But
it
it's
took
like
him.
a long, extraneous process,
Yeah, it
and
took him like a year or something
yeah, even, like,
to
just for the
turn
research
the gloves
alone,
into the hot sauce. So yeah, that's
it's just,
the
like, just for the
dedication. Yeah.
research, and even if you try to, industrialize that, it could still take it's just not practical. You don't make as much
Um,
of basically, it costs you more money to turn that very thing into the other thing that you want, and it takes too long, so to the point that it's like, say, "Ah, I don't care. No
yeah, of
point."
course,
It
of course.
it's kinda like, think of when I ever think of, like, Belgium, I also think of, like, Belgium ale, like some sort of like alcohol.
Yeah.
And and the one
Oh,
thing
that's what I'm drinking now.
I've always like,
Do you notice, Duvel?
well, I know that like you were drinking that. It's just that I usually hear that is like one of like the best types of beers that you can, but I'm not entirely sure. As I don't
We
usually
have
I don't
we
drink
have some
alcohol.
good beers. Yeah.
because it's like
we can be proud of that as Belgians.
yes, that's why I always like what I always like thought of like they're like really proud of their beer. Yeah, and
Mhm.
I just don't know like is it really true? Well, I don't really know if it tastes good or not because I don't drink alcohol. I try
Ah,
to,
okay.
and it always just
Mhm.
tastes. I just don't
Yeah,
like it. Well, I live
you
in the
really have to
United States,
learn.
so
You have
we
to
don't get.
learn to drink it.
That's true, but it always just feels like it's an acquired taste, like an acquired
Mhm.
type of. Because like it's just like, oh yeah, you just can't drink it just like straight out. It's like when I tried blue cheese. I tried blue cheese
Ah,
once, and
Gorgonzola.
I just nah. I blue cheese,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
After the first bite, I ain't touching that ever
yeah.
again.
You mean Gorgonzola, the Italian cheese, yeah?
I've gorgonzola. Let me look at that one. I don't know if it was actually which that really was gold.
Let's
Yeah,
type it.
gorgonzola, like blue cheese. It's just that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
nah,
that's
nah,
the Italian.
I am not touching that. Get that away from me.
Sì, parla in poco italiano, eh?
Like they usually say, like, "Oh, Italian food's really good." It's like, okay,
Mhm.
well, is it all good? It's like, no. Well, then again, that's like most foods. Like most culture foods.
Yeah,
It's like
of
one of those like
course.
acquired
Mm,
things.
mm.
But for me, I'm not really into that.
No, I like a lot of Italian things, but gorgonzola is it's difficult to eat that for me.
I even like when they say like, "Oh, it's like really good." Like if you like put it with this or you put it with that, it just feels like no, I just can't get past that. It's like it's not just the texture; it's just also the taste.
No, no, no. Like I have a pizza oven in my backyard, and we make like pizzas. And we make pizzas with like mozzarella, uh, gorgonzola, and then some and apple and honey.
Apple and honey, that's sweet and
But
savory.
like,
Like that's
yeah, it's just a bit of gorgonzola. That's okay, but too much is yeah, it's inedible, really.
I never actually. But the idea of just like adding apples and honey to a pizza, I never really actually had that before.
Really,
Or
it's
I mean,
really really nice.
I guess, well, again, I live in the United States and we don't usually do that. It's usually in the US when the pizzas are more or less made. It's kind of like almost that sense of like traditional. It was like, yeah, pizza, like the dough, or different types of dough, but like the dough, the sauce, and then like the
Mhm.
cheese. And then usually
But
the most toppings I see is
it's without tomatoes, so it's like just mozzarella, uh, walnuts is the American name, I think.
walnuts. Yeah,
Wal-
walnuts.
Walnuts, apple, gorgonzola, mozzarella, apple, honey. Mm, It's a really really nice pizza.
I guess I could actually see that one. It's I because it's not that like one of those where it's like sweet and savory. Sweet and savory I just can't stand. But like
Mhm.
the idea in which like oh yeah it's like with the but it's also like with walnuts, the apples, the honey. And I can at least like see a combination like that. That one I can take. I just
Yeah.
never really seen that like on a pizza. Most pizzas in the United States, it's usually like with some sort of meat.
Yeah.
It's usually like it's more savory in the United States. It's one of those like
Yeah,
more savory type
it's like
dishes.
a bit of a dessert pizza. You eat like
Yeah,
after you've eaten like three pizzas with meat and everything, then at the end you make one like that, and that's
yeah. We also I think it was like called a they almost like what they call like a cookie pizza. It's like we also have like a version like that in this country. It's just so weird. That's weird. About it's basically just like a regular cookie, which is oversized. Really, just that. It's just like a
uh, what we have here as well. Is like just like pizza dough and just Nutella spread on it.
so basically it just sounds like Nutella bread.
Yeah,
It's
something
it's
like that.
basically literally just like sounds like a Nutella bread. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like pizza dough with like Nutella on
And
top of it.
you can
So it's
you can
basically just
order
Nutella bread.
yeah, you can order it like in almost every Italian where I live.
That is It's so interesting about like the different types of cultures, like different ways of like food, and even like the ways of their standards. Like, what do they consider like the norm?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
of
the things
course.
like we would just like never eat, or it's like imagine eating.
Yeah, but where I live, where I'm from, there's a lot of Italians, Spanish people, Greek, every culture. You go 5 kilometers, you find every single shop, everything. Greek, Italian, Spanish. Uh, it's because of the mines.
The
You know
mines, like the mines. There?
the mines, yeah.
Also, it's like a mining occupation. Like a basically, there's like a lot of
Um,
mining jobs.
but like 30 years ago, and all those people from Italy, Spain, Greece, they all moved here. Um, yeah, to get
And
good
just
jobs,
settled and just
and they settle here. And now they, yeah, of course, when you've got people here, uh, yeah, in the mines, you have a whole family here. You're expanding, and now the mine's closed, and now they're all opening shops and stuff like that. So it's really cool. You can just drive to anywhere. You can get the best Italians, the best Greeks, the best Spanish things.
God, I thought that was in this place. Like even with the United States, it's like yeah, it's multicultural, but it's just so far
Mm.
away to go from like one different type of culture type food to like another, and it's even just so hard to like just walk from like one place to another because it's just so car centric. Like it's just.
Yeah,
Have you ever been to the United States?
I haven't been to the United States now.
Because I was gonna ask you like if you've ever been to like the United States, like what would you say about it? Because I've always
Yeah,
because again, like about like I talked to like a German, I talked to like people from like I talked to like another person from Wales or even Australia, and I've always been like so curious about like what is your perspective of the United States if you have been there
yeah.
or at
I
least
would
seen
love,
it.
I would love to go. Uh, I just didn't have the chance to go there yet.
Well, I would always usually say be careful and research where you go because the United States is a big place. Like you got like the East Coast and the West Coast, but even
Mm.
though they might be on the coastline and more or less as agree politically, they don't really really they're not the same basically. Like there's like a
Yeah.
like is like a you go to like a what like one city is like called like Brooklyn. Brooklyn is
Mhm.
like completely different than that of like another city called Chicago. Oh. Or like another city like Los Angeles. They're all in different parts of the country and they're very far away from one another.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
But yeah, I actually work for an American company, Salesforce. I don't know if you know it.
Salesforce? Like,
Yeah.
these actually, yeah, what do you do exactly? Like,
I'm a software engineer.
oh, you're a software engineer. You're for
Yeah.
like a sales company.
No, but I do Salesforce implementations.
Oh, is it?
So we're actually a Belgian company that works for an American company.
Yeah, like just like two companies is like working together on something. Because you say
Yeah.
like it's a Belgian company working for an American company, so it's basically just like
Mhm.
two companies working.
Yes, Salesforce
On
is like one of the biggest IT companies in America.
Salesforce. I don't think I've actually heard of them. There's just so many companies in the United States. United States, we don't usually,
Yeah,
well,
but
at least for me, we don't
it's
keep track.
so big. You should, yeah, just Google it.
Salesforce, huh? Sales. Oh, it's an American cloud-based software company. I feel as though like calling themselves a Salesforce, I was kind of like thinking like they work on sales. Like they work on
Yes,
like
like
sales of like
marketing.
like selling of things. Like of other
Yeah,
items. I would not think of them as a software company.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, it's a cloud-based company. It's like, wait,
Mm.
what? Why would they call themselves Salesforce? That's interesting mislabeling of names. But hey, I'm not the person who named the company. I'm not the
Let
person who thinks
me
of this.
uh, just quickly go to the revenue.
Very weird.
Mm, 26.5 billion in 2022.
Not bad. But then again, it's also one of those like as a software company, it's not you don't have to at least you more or less could just like have someone just like stay at home and just like work from there. You get like you like perhaps
Yeah,
like more.
in these, I go to work like 1 day a week, just because I want to go out. It's not like staying at home is always good. It's like,
Yeah. But for me it's one of those where there's not really like a lot that I could go to. That's another thing about living in the United States. It's not it at least like where I live, we live in what's known as like a suburb,
mm,
and these suburbs are I'm just gonna put it like just straight out. They're terrible. They're
mm,
really just like isolated communities. It's basically like a home far away, far, far away from like the city. And the only way that you can get there is by car. You
yeah,
can't get there anywhere else. There's no
yeah.
buses, there's no
That's
trains.
same in
There's
Belgium. You always have to take the car somewhere. Trains are terrible. The buses are terrible.
you think like those are bad? You really should go see what it's like in the United States. Almost no one uses it. And even those that do, it is just bad. There's even a reason why some people say like you really just can't even walk across because and
Right.
especially like in New York, there's some very interesting things happening. Well, it's not just New York, it's just
Interesting.
this
Yeah.
yeah, really interesting. It was even a reason I say that again is because I also heard from one person from another country like describing the US and it's like I can't even go down the metro tunnels in the country because I feel like I'm about to be mugged. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people who even live there because they're homeless.
Mm.
So, like, a
Yeah.
lot of
Okay.
homeless people just like
Yeah.
living
That's,
under there. It's not even unheard of for even a drug
yeah.
user to
You
just
don't
straight
feel
up use a
safe.
drug.
Don't feel safe in your own city. That's yeah.
That's really going well. Oh,
Mm.
but honestly, yeah, that was nice. I really got nothing else to really talk about, but it was really nice talking to you though. That was like
Yeah.
nice to hear from.
Give me your YouTube channel, or your Twitch or whatever you're streaming from.
Well, it's either you go to like either Twitch or YouTube. It's the same thing,
All
basically.
right.
It honestly, it's always nice to just have like a conversation going on, have someone to talk
Yeah.
to.
That's exactly why I'm here because when the Corona hit, I was so isolated. I couldn't talk to anyone. So now I'm just trying to talk to people, try to get just practice with people and talking.
I mean, it's like, I mean, especially like like from Belgium. What exactly do they? What's like the Belgium language? It's just like called Belgium. So like a
Uh, I speak Dutch, English, French, German. That's it, I think.
actually that's just it. Like it does Belgium like have its own language or is it like a mixture between?
Uh,
Was it like just German or is it French?
the
Is it
northern part is Dutch, the southern part is French, the eastern part is German. So
also
we
it's
have like
basically so Belgium
every
itself is like a state but doesn't actually have like its own national
no,
language.
no. Yeah, the most uh, language that we speak is just Dutch.
Actually, I mean I did hear about like like Belgium is like yeah it's a bit like Dutch, but I didn't. I always like thought to myself like oh like doesn't do like most of these like countries like they're like At least in that Europe, like they have like their own languages, or is it just like a mixture
No,
of it?
doesn't have their own language. They just have every language.
I mean, at least that's great because at least then, and it's like well multilingual, and you just go
Mm.
from like one place to another, and you're able to like speak different languages.
Yeah, it's cool if you if I go to holiday to France, I can speak a little bit French, not a lot.
But still, it's going well. Oh, does well. Anyway, enough of this. Please, I need to actually also walk because my ass is hurting. Sorry.
Right. See you,
Anyway,
man.
yeah, see you later, man.
Good talk. Have a good
Good.
night.
You too. Cool. That's great. Hang on, everyone. I need to stuff up for a second. Uh. Oh, oh man. Oh man. It also really does not help after those chest exercises. Um. Okay. You know what? I'm also gonna have to. Uh, I think I can stay here for a bit while. It's just that I don't want to bore all of you with me basically having to go deal with the mods right now because I'm actually like having to deal with that. Uh, I just need to do something for a second. Oh, actually, I'll do that later. Just need. I just stuff. Probably should have actually done this like separately, not actually part of the stream. I'm trying to again like deal with the Fallout mods. Just hang on, chat. I said that like several times. Y'all can at least wait. Oh, Alien left. Yeah. So I was like, is he still there? I got it. No, it's fine. Da, 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 da. Yep, that's not really much else to say. Things are going well. As well as it could be. All right, going for the next one. Nice conversation and see how that goes. Hope it doesn't end horribly. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. How's everything going?
Good, but why do you have like science glasses on?
And the lab coat. Oh, to match my persona as a bio student. That's why.
Your persona.
Yeah, persona, a character I try to play as a bio student. That's what I am. That's why.
Okay. But you're not really a bio student.
Oh no, I actually am a bio student. So I am going into biology. I've already got my associates.
Okay.
Well, not really, but
Not really.
technically. But, okay.
你要记得。
Whoa! I did not expect that. Trying to actually kill my hearing. Don't know what I was about. Don't need to worry about that, chat. I don't even speak Hindi. So okay, wait. I don't even speak Hindi, so I don't even know what they're saying.
I have your IP.
Yeah, whatever.
It's on
I am
document.
Indian scammer.
Jesus Christ. Was I trying to kill my hearing? I'm sorry. Hello.
I thought you said you were trying to kill yourself.
No.
Hello?
What? No. No. The previous conversation I had with someone, that they were basically screaming so loud.
Are you a real person?
Yeah.
His responses are so delayed.
Oh, it's just your receiving end. It's your end. I am a real person. It's just your end.
Okay. Don't be.
Is it going well? Everything's going well, yes?
No, I want to kill myself. Yes.
Well, I'm not a psychiatrist. So you need to go. I'm not a psychiatrist. You need to go somewhere else. I'm sorry.
Go back to the floor. They don't want me there.
Okay? That was weird. That genuinely was weird. Weirdest thing. Well, it's not the weirdest thing. I've seen worse.
Omegle.
Okay. Hello? Okay. Things are going well, chat. These conversations are going as well as they could.
Probably because you're Japanese.
I okay, that was weird. Odd. I know you don't need to scream. I know you're being murdered, but you don't need to scream. Okay? You're disturbing the neighbors. You need to quiet. You're gonna disturb the neighbors. Don't disturb the neighbors. They're gonna shatter the glass. They're gonna make ears bleed.
He reminds
need
me
to
of my
quiet.
uncle. No, seriously.
Can I be really honest with
Shoot.
Are you gay?
That's not it. I was gonna
I'm gay.
ask that
I'm
you're
not
just
gay.
not really
That's a
that
lie.
funny.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
was just
I
gonna
know.
say you remind me of my uncle. Are you from New York?
You
No, but I do sound like that.
Millennial?
No.
No, but swear to, you remind me of my uncle. He's from he's from New York, and he's like yay high.
You're yay high.
A millennial.
Yeah, I'm very short. A short individual.
How old
Where
are
are you from?
I am 22, and I am from California.
You're not a millennial. You're a Gen Z then.
But what?
Fuck
But-
you.
Yeah, he is Gen Z.
Okay, I don't know what that was about, but then again, I saw them on drugs, so that was not shocking.
Hi,
Hello,
what's your name?
name Daniel. How about you?
Amy.
How goes your time on? Oh, jeez. Okay, I was about to just like ask, how's the time at Omegle? Apparently, going as well as it could be. As these conversations are very short. Okay, they're gonna speak Hindi though. That's just the thing. They're gonna speak Hindi, and I don't speak Hindi. Is it Hindi? I know it's called India, but I think they do call it Hindi.
Do you know the Buffett Bay?
No, I do not know. I actually remember the previous one. Someone actually said like that maybe because like you look Japanese, but it's like I'm not even Japanese. I'm not even. I don't know why you would even make that assumption. Okay. I am. You Japanese? I'm like I'm not Japanese. But then again, they just automatically left. And chat, all this is going as well as it could be. And whether it's my teeth or my tongue. But I just go for my. Where's my? Hello? Well, the person looks like a dumbass.
No.
Hello?
No.
No. Hello.
Hello.
How's your day going, my friend? Going as well as it could. Yeah, that was really going as well as it could be. What's even happening nowadays? Don't know.
Fucking.
What? I hear that.
Fucking.
What about fucking? There's a long pause. Nothing to say. There's a long pause. Long pause to words. Say words. I words. Words on top of more words. Man's head was against the wall. Yeah, chat, this is really going as well as it could. Truly is. But I need to go make. I need to marinate the plank steak. That's not bad. Yeah, we're actually gonna upload this one. Yes, part of the stream was actually kind of a lot to add. Could be chat. Edge is leaning up against the wall, chat. Not much is even happening, as per usual. Oh, dear God. Bored out of my mind. I mean, at least all you all don't have to like go see the things I'm seeing. You know? So, what do I do? Shall I do? That. Okay, let's see. 27,000 people. Although I have a feeling that's mainly just for chat box. Hello? And again, interesting. Dear God, there is like really. I did not know what just happened. My brain just shut off. Things
Yo, why you
going
wearing
on.
safety glasses?
To match the lab coat and my username. I am a bio student.
Are you an NPC?
But, but no, I don't know where that
Do you
assumption
speak
came from.
Mexican?
No, I don't speak Espanol.
No, Mexican. Do you speak Mexican?
Yeah, Espanol.
No, Mexican.
Yeah, it literally is Espanol, my friend.
No, it's not. It's Mexican.
I mean, I guess you could go call like Mexican
Exactly, that's what I'm
Spanish,
saying.
like Mexican Spanish, but it's still
Yeah,
Espanol regardless.
like how come English is American, but it's also like UK, you know?
I mean, I don't know, my friend. I don't know anything. What do I know? I'm just a bio
Exactly.
student. I don't keep up with linguistics.
Wait, a bio student? You're in college?
Yeah. What
Have
do
you
I
had
know?
physics?
Huh?
Have you ever taken physics?
Yes.
Was it
Classical.
hard?
It depends on which one you're taking.
Yeah,
So,
like right now I'm learning about energies.
I mean, again, it somewhat depends because there's classical physics, there's modern physics, and then there's like more of like I guess they call algebraic physics. They're not like going into calculus, which is what you'll
I
learn in
think I'm
class.
learning like modern physics.
I mean, are you using calculus or anything? Well, I mean, I
What?
don't need to use calculus. Depending on what
Calculus?
it is
No, not
exactly.
yet. I use Fahrenheit.
Well, that's Celsius. Like when I was, no, I'm talking about calculus.
Oh, what's
I mean, I know you're
calculus?
basically just like fucking around. I know that.
No,
That
I actually I thought you were talking about like the temperature degrees for a second.
no, I actually do mean like calculus. Calculus, as in like the math, mathematics, the one like above algebra.
I haven't learned that yet.
And yeah, it's not modern physics. Because if it was modern physics, you
Oh,
would be using calculus. But I think what you're learning is more introductory courses. You're not like
maybe.
learning about derivatives or integrals. If you're not doing derivatives or integrals, then yeah, it is definitely not that. If you're not using infinite series, derivatives, integrals, it's
I
not
think
that.
I'm just learning like work power and stuff like that, you know?
Then, and at that point, it's more of classical physics. Because if you're learning about work and power, it's more or less maybe like motion, assume.
Yeah, that's what I've been learning about recently.
So it's more of a classical, not modern.
Oh,
Modern physics is one like
that's cool.
relativity or quantum mechanics,
So it's not like Newton's laws.
not using Newton's laws. That's why it's usually called
Newton's law.
that's why they usually call it modern physics. Classical physics is more of like we think of like of Newton or Newtonian
Oh,
physics. You got like
what do you
Newtonian
think?
physics, and
Like,
then
what do you think the world was like before gravity was invented?
well, are you asking me like what was the universe like before the idea of gravity, or before like gravity ever like really existed? You're
No, like,
asking
what do you
like
think the universe was like before gravity was like invented?
like a gravity was everything. That's just the thing we don't really know. But if you really want my
Exactly, that's
guess,
what I'm saying.
it's
Like,
one of those
maybe there's
of.
endless universes.
I mean, it could be that. I mean, it's just like more or less a hypothesis at this point. No like real way of like
Yeah,
testing whether it's a real thing or not. And the best thing we could do as scientists is just make guesses, make hypotheses. That's the thing what we do. Even if it's so outlandish, it's still something worth looking at. Like do
yeah, that's true.
aliens exist, for example? It's like, well, yeah, they
I
do.
feel
There
like
is
they could.
life out there. It's just that how advanced, right? That's the real question.
True.
So like
You
we
know,
have like
do you think they should bring back the woolly mammoths?
uh I don't really see like a real point in bringing them back. It's because even if you do bring it back, sure, but the question is why? I guess maybe to see what it was like. Like what did they do? But that's really hard to tell because where 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 are they like most likely going to survive in terms of their environment?
I think I think
Or
they
like
I forget
yeah,
where they said, but I remember like them saying somewhere.
maybe like someone like I mean I guess to say like Finland, Scandinavian country
Yeah,
because
maybe.
they're more like because it's a woolly mammoth. They're more built for the cold type of environment, and we could think of what would it look like, what would they do. But it's so hard to tell what would they do now because our environment is completely different than the environment that they were in. Right? There's
True.
not really a lot that we could observe. I mean, there's maybe like some things we can observe and see what they do, but we can't tell for absolute certainty that yeah, that's really what they would do because the environment's not the same. I
True.
really don't know. At this point, it's more hypotheticals. I get that's just
True.
science. That's science. You ever trying to
All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Have a nice day.
get to it, man? That's talking to you. That guy was cool. I genuinely thought he was trolling, but no, he was genuinely interested. I like that. I like that. I like just having a conversation with people. Well, I'm here.
I'm a female. I'm 15, and I like boys. Yeah, I'm a female.
Okay, dude.
Yep.
Identify. I don't know what to say, chat. I genuinely don't know what to say. What do you do with that? Oh man, I know that person was just trolling at this point.
Hi,
Hello.
what are you doing?
Just here chatting with people, live streaming. Don't worry, I'm not showing your faces. I'm not showing that. Oh, I wouldn't even want to anyway because this site. It was
Oh my
funny.
god, yeah. Yeah, this site is awfully weird.
Very 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 odd. I would say even weirder than me, and that's saying something.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah. How many times? We've been flashed about like 4 or 5 times already.
yeah, I'm not shocked. I mean, thankfully, I've only been flashed once, but I guess just because I'm a guy, right? And it's like horny perverts on here and
He's
just like trying desperately.
gay. Yeah, that's gay. That is really gay of them.
I mean, I understand you're so. It's like, why here? Like, why
Yeah.
here?
Well,
Like,
at least they fast. Yeah. Even though that sounds super weird, it's better than just flashing. Yeah, and they're like, you have big tits. What's your bra color? Is that soft? Twerk. Yeah, that one was weird. That was really weird. Got rejected by one person. You got big tits. What's your bra color? I didn't give it to him. Went to my friend.
Oh, and let me guess, if you would ever like go call them out, they would maybe make something like, "It's just a prank, bro." What?
Yeah, they probably would. They probably would. We need to call him out. I just yell at everyone. We don't want to see your tiny ass dick. No, the one dude that came across. Can I see yours? Yeah. Can I see your dick? It's like, can I see your
Damn. They really are 7,000 people. That's
Yeah,
just
people reminded me of like guy from Moana. Moana? What's in it? What's his name? Maui. Maui. That's what he
hours.
reminded me.
No, what actually like made you like just come here though? Like, is it because you're bored?
Yeah, yeah. You have
Because
nothing
I'm
else to do.
genuinely, yeah, that's also the same reason why I'm here. Well, I also live stream, and that's why I do it because more or less my job at this point because I got other job. That's
Who's
just
on your? How
huh?
many people in your live?
One person. Well, it
Oh,
says one person,
no!
but I don't really know. You know,
That's
because
actually
some of them are just bots.
that's gonna make
But
me cry.
but
What's your thingy? What are you live streaming on?
Twitch. But I also just upload these videos on YouTube. But it's fine. Here's
What's
the
your
thing.
YouTube? What's your YouTube? What's your YouTube?
Yes.
Spell it out for me.
But
A
it's
B.
fine. The thing is that I've even said that it always starts small and it usually just gets big.
Yeah.
If you know, have you ever heard of the law of large numbers?
No, I actually have it.
So the idea of it is like this. You got like a coin, right? Like you have a coin and it has two sides, right? Heads, tails. 50-50.
Yeah.
And so the thing is that well, that's theoretical. Theoretically, there's a 50-50 chance of you getting heads or tails. Let's say you flip the coin 10 times. And let's say of all those 10 times, you got heads, right? You
Yeah.
only got heads, but it's like, well, that's no longer 50-50. Thus thus it's not possible. But it's like, hold it. Let's do it 100 times. Now let's say hey, you got 52 heads and 48 tails. So it's like a 52 to 48, but it's still not 50-50. But it's getting closer. So the idea is that as you increase the sample size, as you increase the coin flips, right? Keep going. Let's say you do it 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
I would not because I like my thumb. Thank you very much. And the thing is that, well, anyway, that's beside the point. The real point is you did it 1,000,000 times and now it's roughly 50-50.
It's pretty inspirational. Yeah.
And so the thing is that as I increase, you know, as I just keep going, I keep doing this, eventually I'll get like a much more bigger audience. And I've even said that it's better to have a loyal audience, you know, an audience that would follow you and stay with you than an audience that's just there for you for the sake of being there for something. You know?
Yeah. We're gonna be your loyal audience. Oh my god, I can't
And
speak.
yeah, it, it, it's the same reason. Like, you ever seen the people like so desperate that let's say like they just harm themselves, like they just do something incredibly stupid, they harm themselves all for like those views.
Yeah, it's really
And
stupid of them.
that's just it. They call them clout chasers. The thing is that it's a way of like trying to get as much attention as possible, but that attention is short lived. It's not going to last forever. You're not going to maintain this audience if you just do this sort of clout. It's not going to last long. And I know that at the end of the day, for me, it's best just to be humble. It's best just to acknowledge what the shortcomings of some things and just do with what I want to do. And that is why I dress up like this. I talk about science. I talk about these sorts of scientific, like STEM and the humanities.
Oh god, I suck at science.
I, I mean, yeah, but here's the thing: everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. You know, like, what do you want to do?
Oh,
Well,
that's a good question. I want to be a cosmetologist or even like study on drugs. I'm a big person.
pharmacologist. The pharmacologist is what
Yeah.
it's like. I just really hope you enjoy organic chemistry. It is How are you in chemistry? I'm just gonna have to ask that. How good are you in chemistry?
Not, we're not good at chemistry, but I have experienced drugs, and
I mean,
we're
it's
gonna leave it as that.
and the thing is that at the end of the day, and one way about how I did well, at least like in chemistry and biology, is that typically your professor would like give you some sort of like SLO, like the student learning objectives. And if you are able just to like answer the objectives that they're asking you to do, and you don't even have to read the book. I didn't even have to read the chemistry textbook in order to understand chemistry. And I did well.
Mhm.
I got a B. Could have gotten an A if I tried harder. But the thing is that all you have to do is just look at those student learning objectives and skim through the book. Don't read it. Just skim through it. Try to find the answer to that text, to that objective. And if you can answer it, you're good to go. Because that's basically just what they're going to ask you. There will be some applications, though. There will be some application problems. So it's going to require a bit more thinking. In like, if I did this to you, what would happen during this process, basically? Like, if I give you X drug, what would happen during the Y process? And that would be a problem that they will ask you. Or maybe they will ask you to um, recite the process of how to make steel. That was actually something I had to do in general chemistry. I had to explain it. But put it in simple terms. Put it in words that you can understand. And and another way, a way about how I learned it too, is just talk to another person. Talk to your friend. Just explain like the process of, hey, like I learned this sort of topic, and if your friend like asks you questions, and you can be able to answer them in a sufficient manner, then that shows a strength in your understanding of it. And if you're not able to answer it, then that shows a weakness. And it's good to see your weaknesses. Have a different perspective, basically. That's another thing I've learned. Just teach, talk. So that's enough of my rambling. But even then, it's really good just to like look at it.
It's inspirational. That's what it is. See.
And what about also you? Sorry, I don't actually get your name though.
Piper, Maddie.
So, Maddie, what exactly do you do? Or at least I want to do. Sorry, like, what do you want to do?
I'm not really sure. I'm not
Good.
sure what I'm gonna do.
Did you ever? Or what do you enjoy to do though? How about that one? What do you like to do?
I really like to draw, and I like decorating and drawing.
Do you love to do art? Do
Yeah.
you do you prefer like traditional or digital, or both even?
Traditional.
Traditional. Uh, I can definitely see maybe there's like some places. If you're also interested in even like psychology, you can go into that one. There's the ones like called like art psychology, where it's you just like simply like teach someone. Excuse me. They like teach someone like ask them about like their life, their stories, and maybe you can even like teach them a bit. Or if they can't be able to explain it as well, you can like say, hey, how about here's a piece of paper and here's a pencil. Draw out how do you feel?
Yeah.
Even if it's not good, you can even like teach them it. Uh, because it's like art psychology is one of those that helps give a chance for people to like go, oh yeah, that's interesting. Give like an understanding of how they feel, what they think. I've also heard of the ink plots. Have you heard of that? Those like ink
Um,
plot personality test.
I don't. think I have.
It's called a Yorkshire test. They're basically like an ink plot, and all they do is just like say, "What do you see?" And you get different types of answers, and it gives you an idea. So there's like one that gives you looks like an ink plot that looks like a pelvic bone, and just from that you can say like, "Oh, you're a scientist," or someone would say like, "It looks like people high fiving." Different ways. There's always like maybe at least something out there that you might be able to find. Uh, but in terms of going into the humanities, not really much I can say, fortunately, because there's not that many high paying jobs, and artists nowadays are just they don't get paid well. I just want to say that like artists don't get paid well.
Right. Yeah.
They're also, let's really be honest, they're treated like shit. But anyway, not really much else. I'm kind of like tired of all this rambling, of all this chatting stuff. And I'm also getting hungry. It's just I'm really sorry I'm getting. It was nice talking to you two.
Nice
And
talking
it
to you too.
was nice. Good. I hope everything goes well for you. I hope you both eventually find out what your passions are.
Yeah,
And I
thank
hope it
you.
also, pays well this sort of society. But also don't go for something that's high paying just because. Because if it comes at the cost of your happiness, it's not going to be pretty in the long run. I
Yeah,
should
I
know.
would.
Worked in the food service industry, and I did not like it. Got threatened once. Someone threatened to kill me.
Oh my.
Yeah. Even actually saw like a near divorce happening or some breakup going on, and I was just like, I don't even want to deal with this. Because I'm just a I only deliver pizzas. Well, before I quit. This was like way before I quit. Like long ago. But either way, again, I just hope everything goes well for you. And make sure that whatever job you get into does not come at a cost of your happiness.
Yeah, well, keep that in
Especially when
mind.
it can make you
Yeah.
go numb. I again speak from experience. Again, enough of my rambles. Have a nice day, you two.
Have a
See you
nice
next
day.
time. That was nice. They were cool. All right. I'm about done, chat. I really am done. Holy motherfucking Christ. Jesus of all motherfucking oh Christ. I really am done. I am also getting hungry. I am getting tired. And I will see you all next time. I had to upload this to YouTube. I know it was not as eventful, but even then, I hope things are going well. Just like for those two, I think it was Maddie, and this is another thing about me and names. I'm not really good with them, so I never even told them. Well, they probably will watch this, but those who don't know, my name's Daniel, aka a bio student, and I will be seeing you all next time, whenever. I don't know when, but someday. Anyway, again, as I said, see you all next time.